Good morning. It is time for the Pioneer Update. This is Megan Renihan with the Batesville School District. The Pioneer Update is brought to you by Citizens Bank. They are people first, which is great because we're students first. Speaking of, I have two senior swim athletes with us. I have Mr. Ethan Byler as well as Miss Penelope Nelms. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely. So this Saturday we have your first home meet. So that's exciting. Are y'all looking forward to it?
Yes, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to having some good competition coming to town.
What about you, Ethan?
I feel like the boys team, they're a little bit uncertain right now, but I feel like we have a very good chance of competing with some of the top schools that are showing up to our swim meet.
Yeah, well, y'all competed very well in your first meet at Russellville and came in second, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. And you have a lot of returning people from the previous year, so hopefully that gives you a little confidence. And I know your hand's starting to get a little heavy from all three of those rings that y'all are lugging around, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, Miss Nelms, who are y'all going to be competing against this Saturday?
This Saturday, Westside will be there, Central Arkansas Christian, Green County Tech, Little Rock Christian, Lone Oak, Mountain Home, and Searcy, which are all really good teams, not just in our conference, but like within the state.
Well, and what's nice is, you got home field advantage.
Yes.
You're swimming at your location. That means you get to be close to your beds, close to where you're competing. So that's exciting. And then just as far as the girls are doing, how many do y'all have on your team this year?
Oh, we have 3 girls right now, but it's never too late to join the swim team. So anyone can come to practice from 3:30 to 5:30 at the community center. We have a foreign exchange student. Her name's Alexia. She's very good. One of the top swimmers in her region from Spain, and she's doing really good right now. And then we have Parker, who's doing really good also, but she's also hurt. So she's still coming to practice and still swimming. And then there's me.
Yeah. So small but mighty.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
They've been like that the last few years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I hope that the program continues to grow just because, y'all have always had such a strong competitive edge. And just because you have fewer numbers, that actually means you'll have to work like twice as hard as the other teams that have larger teams, right?
Yes. At our last meet, we actually beat, the 3 of us, we beat a team of 8.
Wow.
Just from, they had relays and everything, but we were able to place high enough in our individuals that we were able to score enough points individually to beat a team.
So you're like literally swimming laps around everyone else, basically.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That's awesome. Ethan, what are you looking forward to for this Saturday?
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some of the younger swimmers doing extremely well. During practice, they've been outpacing a whole lot of people. It's a little crazy. One of the swimmers, especially Sawyer Rudsill, he's been practicing nonstop like a machine, and he's just been going at it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him swim.
Sawyer has been at practice ever since state last year. He has not missed practice. He was there all summer and all throughout the beginning of the school year.
So he's like a knife through butter, right?
Yes.
There's probably some people who haven't been to a swim meet. So if they were to come, what can they expect energy-wise?
A lot of energy.
A lot of
loud.
energy. There's cowbells, and it's just constant screaming. Teams are cheering for their teammates. It's definitely an exciting event to go to.
Yeah. Well, I think that people should come. I always enjoy going and covering them from a media perspective. Something that always surprised me, y'all are such a small group, but the amount of positivity and the energy that y'all bring it to encourage one another as teammates is unmatched to any sport that I've ever seen before. And so it's really nice to see the teammates working together and encouraging one another and being so positive. And it's also really comical because you try to catch people as their head comes up. Whenever you're cheering.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I always love whenever Coach Kong's on the sideline because he's literally like, go, as people's heads come up. And I know because you're in the water. So it's just a really fun atmosphere. And I hope that y'all have a good turnout for support. It's your senior year, so y'all are obviously hoping for successful seasons on both ends.
Yes.
And then with that, we also want to take this time to thank our sponsors. Y'all have some fantastic sponsors, and there's still opportunities if anyone that's listening that's a business or an individual would like to contribute. Y'all are always needing funds to help support your program.
Yes.
So who can we thank for those sponsorships?
We can thank First Community Bank, White River Health, Future Fuel, For the Kids of Arkansas,
Grange's Zelita Medical Spa, Citizens Bank, and White River Now. And if you want to be a sponsor, you can contact Coach Kong Nguyen. You can contact the school, and you can get his phone number or his email. We're always looking for more sponsors, always needing more money for good things like suits.
Yes, which are not cheap, by the way.
They are not cheap, and you can only wear them for so many times or they'll lose wet you're getting from them.
Yeah, the aerodynamics, right? You just want to cut through the water. And then the swim caps. Y'all also have jackets that are just kind of like a long, like a rain
parkas.
jacket almost. Yeah,
Nice
parka. Thank you for the word. Yes.
Nice and thick and keep you warm.
And then it's just nice to have something to cover up with whenever you go to accept those awards.
Yes, and those aren't cheap either.
Those are not cheap either. That's right.
No.
One of the great things that we're actually getting right now is I convinced our coach to get us some college level equipment called power towers.
Mm-hmm.
They're weight towers to where you attach them to yourself while swimming, and then you time yourself trying to see how fast you can move with that extra weight, and then you move the weight up depending on how fast you went. So you just keep on building off of that the whole entire time.
Yeah. And I'm glad that your coaches are receptive to equipment recommendations and things like that. And I think that's what makes Coach Alfredo and Coach Kong so wonderful is not only are they good coaches, but they listen to their athletes and what they need to help them grow. So that's been good.
Alfredo, I swam with him ever since the end of my 6th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, he's just been an amazing person. He's been there throughout just coaching me and then also acting more than just a coach throughout my whole entire life. He's been trying to give me life goals and everything else, and I can only just thank him for that.
Well, what about you, Penelope?
Well, I've known Alfredo for 4 years. He's made like the swim team not just like a team, but into more of a family atmosphere. And then we also get to see him like outside of swim because most of us are lifeguards, so we work for him. So he's not just like our coach or our boss. He's just kind of like almost like a family member. He's there for us whenever we need him. And he makes sure that we know that.
Kong is a man of few words, but whenever he does say them, I'm sure that he makes them count.
Yeah, he's always there too when football's over. Our bus driving king.
He always cracks some jokes, though, towards Braden. Him and Braden will make some jokes towards each other or something like that, and they'll just go back and forth between each other. And it's just, it definitely brings the attitude at the pool.
Him and Alfredo are quite the power duo.
Oh, yeah.
Comical and coaching-wise also, but...
Yeah,
mostly
I love that. Well, and what I enjoy every single year is getting, hopefully, but getting that belly flop video at the end of the year whenever the state championships happen. That is what's so fun. I look forward to that. And even Dr. Hester got on that a couple years ago.
Yeah, we need to get Dr. Hester to go off the diving board with Coach Kong this year after the district one.
I think that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he's a real people person, and I know that Dr. Hester swims as well.
Yeah, we see him there all the time. We see him all summer long while we were lifeguarding. Well, we have our first home meet, as we know, this Saturday at 10 a.m., and everyone's welcome to come watch. There's no admission fee, so you can just come in through the aquatic entrance doors. You can't come in the side, like, sliding glass doors, but you can come in the aquatic doors and come cheer on your Aquaneers.
Any last words, Ethan?
Go Pioneers.
All right, awesome. Well, as we like to say, it's a great day to be a Pioneer.